Hey, welcome back to Twin Cities Live at 4. Big thank you to Chris Long for filling in for Ben today. What a show. It's been just like one great thing after the next.
Got some amazing music. Got to see the new Asia Mall plans.
You're here on a top-notch day. Let's go to the movie theater now, shall we? Okay.
Opening this week, a biopic of the life and music of Amy Winehouse. I've heard about this movie and I cannot wait to see it. This takes you through her journey of adolescence to adulthood and the creation of what is still one of the best-selling albums of our time.
So for this week's movie trip, presented by Muska Lighting, our movie critic, Paul McGuire Grimes, flew to Hollywood to chat with the women who brought Amy, the icon, to the big screen.
Do you know what girl power means to me? Sarah Vaughan, Lauryn Hill. You need to know this. I ain't no Spice Girl.
As you started to kind of research and learn about Amy, what were the qualities about her that you really wanted to just bring forth so we knew who the real Amy was?
Yeah, I mean, good question. I think, you know, there's a tenacity to Amy that sort of stays with her throughout our film, and I think it's the kind of tying up piece. There's an intensity to her as a person that is just like palpable whenever you look at her in any interview from 17 to 27. She is there and incredibly present.
I don't bang out 10 hits by lunch. I need to live my songs. So that's what I'm gonna go and do.
Ready? What was kind of your entry point, your gateway into realizing this is the story that I want to tell about Amy's life?
Well, I realized, you know, I didn't want to make like a traditional biopic. I didn't want to go, you know, from birth to death in that sense and try and cram everything in. So it suddenly became clear that the path was to really go from the inside and her perspective. Therefore, I had to use her words and her lyrics and her songwriting as my kind of North Star through. And therefore, you know, I had to sort of frame it with Back to Black, essentially, and use that as a timeline, because that really sort of gave us insight into how she felt so deeply, how she loved so deeply.
Oh gosh, I want to see that.
Me too.
Can't wait to see it. Okay, so Paul also had a conversation with Chaz Ebert, wife of the late, great Roger Ebert. We were just talking about critics, about her new book and how Roger used empathy every day.
Empathy was a kind of a cornerstone of who Roger was. What did he teach you about empathy? And did that kind of take you off guard when you first met him?
So, okay, those are two separate questions. I have to answer them separately, and I will tell you why.
Yeah.
Of course, when I first met him, I knew who he was. I had seen he had been on television, but Gene was my favorite one, Siskel and Ebert, when I used to watch them on television. And it wasn't until I met Roger in person and I really got what a good person he was, how deep down he's really generous and kind and compassionate and empathetic. So what he taught me about empathy is, he said that empathy allows you to put yourself in someone else's shoes for, you know, if you're watching a movie, let's say for the 2 hours that you're watching the movie, you get to see someone who's different than you.
I really think one of my mottos about film is that movies have the chance to not only entertain us, of course, but also to educate us. I'm curious, what are the movies that you've either seen lately or that have just stood the test of time for you, that have really opened your eyes to another culture, another lifestyle, another way of living?
Okay. So those are. I'm going to tell you one movie that both Roger and I loved, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm just going to tell you. This is one that has everything in it. It has the empathy, the compassion, the kindness, the forgiveness. Forrest Gump. I love that movie because little Forrest has to go through. And I think this movie stands the test of time because little Forrest he was bullied because he was different. He had a disability. He was bullied. He wanted friends. He had to learn to forgive the people. His mother had to learn also to forgive. There was compassion and there was kindness. And then when he met Jenny and he finds that there is someone he connects to and connects to him so deeply and who loves him and he loves her. And I mean, there's just so much in that movie that I love that's about goodness and kindness.
What great interview. I used to watch Siskel and Ebert every weekend as a kid. And my father, Forrest Gump's his favorite movie. For updates and reviews of movies and streaming services, you can visit Paul's website, paulstriptothemovies.com.
And Twin Cities Live's movie trip is presented by Muska Lighting. So now that the weather is warming up, it's fan season at Muska Lighting. They have such a great array of fans. You can visit one of their 2 Twin Cities locations to get 10% off fans through the end of June. Thanks to Muska Lighting for sponsoring TCL's movie trip. Our mudroom fixture from Muska Lighting is a total showstopper. We get compliments from everyone who walks through the door. Talk to the experts at Muska Lighting in Roseville and Eden Prairie for help finding the perfect light for you.